Greetings and salutations, Seahawks Palaver, back with the last mock draft of the season. It was good times. I enjoyed the run. I hope you did too. But the real thing is now upon us, and I have absolutely no clue what the Seahawks are going to do coming up this week. No idea. But I'm looking forward to it. I like being in the dark, as far as the Seahawks go. They can literally do anything this year, and I'm super excited about it. We have 5 picks in the top 100, which is awesome. The top 83 actually, which is fantastic. We have just a whole bunch of opportunity this year, and I hope they don't blow it. I don't anticipate that they will. They did such a good job last year. I'm hoping that they can project that forward. But let's look at the depth chart real quick and see if we can ascertain what the weaknesses may be. Quarterback is solid for now. Geno Smith's on a 3-year contract, but there's outs after even 1 year. Drew Lock is here for another year. None of these things prevent us from going quarterback at some point in the draft. Kenneth Walker and DJ Dallas are 2 running backs, and Nick Bellore, technically, but he hardly ever sees the field, minus special teams. But we could use probably 2 more running backs. At wideout, we have Metcalf and Lockett, which is fantastic, but a bunch of question marks after that. Derek Young had 1 reception last year, although he had a bunch of catches that were out of bounds that looked really good. D. Eskridge has yet to live up to his potential. Cody Thompson and Cade Johnson were undrafted free agents. A lot of, beyond our top 2, which are great. We lost Marquise Goodwin, so our third wideout is gone, and we can either depend on D. Eskridge, hope Derek Young develops, or we find raw talent in Cody Thompson or Cade Johnson. I don't know. It does look like the wide receiving room could use an upgrade. Although we have a lot of bodies, I don't know how many of them are very good beyond the top 2. Tight end, I talk about this a lot. Will Disley is hurt a lot and expensive. He may be a cap casualty at some point, probably not this year, but I don't see him sticking around past next year unless he restructures. Noah Fant and Colby Parkinson are both in their last years. Tyler Mabry is, just a guy, definitely a replaceable cog in the machine. In fact, I think Noah Fant has $6.89 million guaranteed this year. So we can't cut him or that'll be a dead cap hit, but he's a great trade bait. I think that at some point during this draft, the Seahawks, since they're kind of in cap hell right now, would do well to see if they can move him on, even if it's for a 6th or even a 7th round draft pick, just saving the draft. The cap space. He's an easy target and an easy way out. And this is a really deep tight end class, and so therefore I find he's probably easily replaceable. So I think Noah Fant would be a good person to trade during the draft, if at all possible. On the offensive line, Charles Cross, Damien Lewis, Evan Brown, they picked up from Detroit at center. Solid. Phil Haynes, bit of a question mark for me. I don't know how he earned the amount of money that he got from the Seahawks. I guess he really impresses in practice. He's an okay player, I guess. I have nothing against him, but I don't know if I trust him to be the starting right guard for the entire season. Abe Lucas was fantastic, and no problems with him at right tackle. Although if we were able to get another person in the draft who could play right tackle, I think he would be a fantastic guard as well. So I know in the last mock draft, I think I took DeJuan Jones in the 2nd round and slid Abe Lucas into guard. Just something to think about. We did bring DeJuan Jones in for a top 30 visit, so he's such a physical specimen that he's going to be on the Seahawks radar because they just like those kind of physical outliers. Okay, down the defensive line, we brought in Jaron Reed back and Dramont Jones in from Denver, and then cut basically everyone else. Everyone else is gone. So we have a huge hole at nose tackle. I know there's been some talk about moving back to a 4-3, and I mean we play 4-3 sometimes. But I think that 3-4 will probably still be our base. I mean, if you look at our linebackers, everything we have, they're all kind of designed around. They're not really 4-3 guys, right? So, I mean, some of them are, but like Alton Robinson dropped weight so he could be outside linebacker in this system. I think that it takes a couple years to transition. They say it takes 2 years to transition your personnel from one system to another. So I don't know why we would hit the brakes on one system and then to go back to the old one. You know what I mean? It just seems counterproductive. I can definitely see how it might be easier on the defensive line, because it's easier to find 3 techs than it is to find a really good 1 tech. I guess so they say. I don't know if I agree with that. I just don't. I think that this is a class that has some decent tackle, at the 0 tech and 1 tech, and I think that I think it'd be fine. I think that we should stick to our guns and try to develop this system a bit further. So let's not speculate too much about about moving back to 4-3. We play multiple fronts, so I'm not really concerned about, is Tyree Wilson, if we draft him, where's he going to fit? He's going to fit fine. We play multiple fronts. Drummond Jones, 281 pounds, but he spent half his snaps outside the tackle, rushing the passer in Denver last year. People are versatile and they can do different things. I'm not too concerned about it. Moving on from the obvious needs that we have on the defensive line, where we need a nose tackle, and we need at least 2 more people probably for depth. It's definitely an area of concern. Then moving down to linebacker, you can see we have a lot of people coming back from injury, which is probably the biggest thing. Alton Robinson, Tyreek Smith, Jordan Brooks. We don't know when we're going to see them on the field. Tyreek Smith is probably well on his way to recovery because he got hurt at the very start of training camp. Same with Alton Robinson. They didn't get to contribute much, but they've had a year to heal. So I think we'll probably see what they can contribute. But there's just a lot of question marks. Darrell Taylor's in his last year. Uchenna Nwosu is in his last year of the contract. Another way we can save on cap space is extending him, which I really hope that they do. So I think trading Noah Fant, tight end, extending Uchenna Nwosu will greatly satisfy the cap space issues that we're having right now. And then down in the cornerback section, Tyreek Woolen, of course, is fantastic. Michael Jackson was good, but I don't think he's irreplaceable, and he's in his last year. So I think definitely keeping an eye out for a cornerback should one become available at some point in the draft would be a good thing to think about. Even though we have Trey Brown waiting in the wings, who did acquit himself nicely in his limited playing time, his rookie season. And Kobe Bryant, of course, could also slide in to that cornerback spot. He played nickel last year, but he was okay. But I think his bread and butter is probably on the outside. So I think we might be doing him a service if we, are able to find either another person to play nickel. Julian Love, of course, is probably going to play nickel a lot. But you can never have enough corners. And Michael Jackson, his contract's up next year. Yeah, I don't know if he's good, but I don't think he's irreplaceable. I just think this is another area that we can improve on. And then safety. Julian Love says that the Seahawks want to play 3 safeties a lot next year. Do we only have 3 safeties? I mean, we have Joey Blunt, but, how good is he really? I mean, can he really be counted on? He was okay last year, but he was better on special teams than anything else. And Jamal Adams is coming off injury, and he's shown himself to be injury-prone past 2 years. So, it just remains to be seen. We have a lot of holes. And I get a lot of comments saying 10 draft picks is enough. We don't need any more than that. I just beg to differ. We need 90 players on our team, and at this point in the year, we usually have 75, and we have 52. We have less than a full roster right now. So I think that, trading down this draft, trading Noah Fant for cap space relief so we're able to sign more players, it's just something we're going to have to do. We're just going to have to do it. So let's go into the draft and see what we can do to improve the team in this final mock draft of 2023. I know this was long, and I'll probably put a little indentation thing to skip it if necessary. But I have never actually done that before. I'm not a professional here, but I'll see what I can do to make things easier for you guys. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, Carolina is on the clock. Before we get started, if you could do all those algorithm things that YouTube enjoys, I would certainly appreciate it. The liking, the commenting, the subscribing, all that stuff to boost engagement would be very much appreciated. So, all right, so let's get the party started. Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, Jalen Carter, CJ Stroud. Oh, that leaves us with Will Anderson or Will Levis. Okay, well that was easy. You know, and I'm not down on Will Levis. I like him a lot, but Will Anderson, you know, leadership, culture. There's ways that he can contribute besides just on the field. I think he's just one of those players that is good locker room glue. All right, down at 20. A trade partner that is frequently brought up is Buffalo. I feel like we've been talking to them already. So let's see if we can just make that happen. All right, so we're left with Michael Mayer's on board. Anton Harrison, uniforms, Will McDonald, Cyrus Torrance is still on board. Very interesting. And Mozzie Smith, who I'm going to draft. It seems early, but I've seen him go, anywhere before the second round. So taking Mozzie Smith because we missed out on Jalen Carter. And I actually think Mozzie Smith is character-wise. I mean, I can't see into Jalen Carter's soul, but he seems kind of inscrutable. Whereas Mozzie Smith, the guy's an animal, right? And he's gonna show up. I think he's more the type of guy that when he gets paid, his career starts, rather than some people kind of think that's the end of their journey once they get their first NFL paycheck. So, Mozzie Smith it is. All right, at pick 37. Who's up for trade? 40. All right, let's trade 40 also. Let's just see what they will give us. Not that one, but they'll give us 115. All right, so let's just drop down 3 spots, and they go Drew Sanders, who I really liked. Oh, Darnell Washington's gone. Oh, that hurts. I really wanted Darnell Washington. I did not think he would go so early. He usually goes to the Jets down in this area. Okay, that's okay. We will pivot and go elsewhere. In fact, let's go Sam Laporta. I think that he has a lot of potential. He tested really well at the combine. He was the go-to guy when they needed to play at Iowa, and I think that that's a good move for us here at that point. Josh Downs at 52 is pretty much a no-brainer. It's ridiculous that he lasted that long. And here at 59, DJ Turner sounds really interesting here. He did get picked on a lot, but he has so much talent. Ooh, man, that's tough. We could also add more meat. Keanu Benton is still on the clock. He'd be nice. Clark Phillips, Cedric Tillman, Zach Charbonnet. Oh, a lot of good players left here. Darius Rush, someone I really like. It's a bit early for him, maybe. I've drafted him before in this. I'm a big fan. Man, but Keanu Benton would look really good too. But I think DJ Turner is where we're going to have to go. The cornerback class thins out pretty quickly after this, so we'll just bite our tongue and go with the speedster. Okay, now at pick 83. Let's see. I like to take A.T. Perry here, but we just got Josh Downs, so that might not be the spot. Byron Young is someone the Seahawks really like a lot. and he's not going to last. He's a bit overaged, but he's good. Ooh, let's see. Zach Pickens is still on. He's not going to last till 115 either. That's tough. You know, I'm tempted to go Tyjae Spears here. Oh, man. I'm going to wait on the interior. Chandler Zavala is someone I like a lot too, but he doesn't really play center, which is something that we need some backup on. Isaiah McGuire, he's really good edge rush. Oh, man. Roshan Johnson would be nice too. Let's do Zach Pickens. Or Kobe Turner. No, Zach Pickens. I think Zach Pickens is the one that people are after. We just had him in for a visit. I think he's someone the Seahawks really like. I think he's kind of iffy against the run, but he's got a lot of pass rush skill. I think he's someone we can develop. Let's do Zach Pickens. All right. Kobe Turner, Taron McKee, Anthony Johnson, Moro Ojomo. You know what? 119. Green Bay does not have a tight end, really. Where are you? Where are you, Green Bay? Packers. 116. I wonder if they would trade Noah Fant. Yes, they would. All right. All right, so we get 2 picks in a row and $6.9 million in cap relief. I will take that. Thank you very much, Green Bay. And that gives whoever's playing quarterback, Julian Love, I guess, another target there because they lost their tight end to the Bears, Runyon. Okay, let's see. I'm a huge Kobe Turner fan, but we're really stacking up on defensive linemen. Let's look at safety. Like I said, we only had 3. Christopher Smith. Marte Mapu is someone who's super interesting. He's been flying up the boards lately too. It's hard to identify where he goes in the draft, but he's a Cam Chancellor clone. But they're kind of looking at him to play linebacker. You know what? Who do we have so far? Let's review our draft. Will Anderson, outside linebacker. Mozzie Smith. Sam Laporta. Josh Downs. DJ Turner at corner. Zach Pickens. So we got 2 on the inside. And Will Anderson. Okay. We'll do Marte Mapu here. I know it seems like a weird pick, but he can play safety and linebacker. He's Cam Chancellor, that death backer mold. I'm confident that he'll fit in our scheme. I think he's a really interesting pick here. Running back. I love Chase Brown, but Dwayne McBride's sitting here too. I don't know who to take. Braden Daniels, Israel Abanikanda. Ooh, I like him too. Oluwatimi. We're going to have to get someone on the inside at some point. And Tanner McKee's still on the board too. I don't know if he's someone that the Seahawks would be interested or not. He's like a giant tree in the pocket. Great height, great size, great accuracy, everything. But he moves like Swamp Thing. So I just don't know that he'd be on our radar. So I'm gonna wait for a bit on drafting a quarterback. In the meantime, though, I think Dwayne McBride looks good here. But I love Chase Brown. I like Dwayne McBride too. He's been underrated. Dorian Williams though too. I mean, we've got Marte Mapu, but I think this would be that. Oh man. Does anyone else have these kind of conundrums? All right, let's do. Man, we need 2 running backs. All right, Dwayne McBride it is. And at 123, let's do Olawatimi. I don't know why he's falling down. He's such a good player. 151. Oh, Kobe Turner's still there, and Anthony Johnson Jr. still on. Deuce Vaughn, Andrew Voorhees. He's hurt. Might be fun to stash him for a year. Before we do that, I'm going to take Viliami Fehoko because I love that guy. He's my boy. I can't let him get away. I think I've drafted him before, but at 6'4", 276, the guy had 50 hurries, 66 pressure, 12 sacks. I mean, at that size, I don't know how he does it. I really don't. But he's consistent too. He grades really well across all his games. I'm a big fan, and I think he'd be a really interesting NFL player. Oh, Sean Tucker's still on board, but I got Dwayne. I gotta wait. Gotta wait. Oh, Starling Thomas is interesting. Let's see how our tight ends doing. Davis Allen, Payne Durham, Josh Wiley is still on board. He's interesting. I like this guy a lot. 6'6", 250. Davis Allen, Payne Durham. It's a bit early. Kobe Turner. I really like him a lot. Rezdon Wright's on the board. So is Mike Morris. The Seahawks brought him in too. He's an interesting fellow. But I like Kobe Turner more. Alright, we're drafting Kobe Turner. Alright, 2 more players. Let's see who's left at OT. Jake Witt. Oh, and McClendon Curtis. I love McClendon Curtis. I don't know if anyone else is on board with this guy, but this Tennessee Chattanooga guy, 6'6", 324, a movable object. Very interesting. We're gonna get McClendon Curtis here at 198. Oh, and DeMarco Hellams would be good. Oh, we're totally drafting Hunter Lepke. Hunter Lepke is a fullback, honest to God fullback, but he had some amazing games for North Dakota State. He's definitely the Kyle Juszczyk mold. That's a fun player, and we needed another running back. I think that's a good one. That is a good one. That's gonna be fun. He's gonna be a fun player. All right, so Will Anderson, Mozzie Smith, Sam Laporta, D+, no way. Josh Downs, DJ Turner, A's and A-, B, Marte Mapu, C, sorry, I like Marte Mapu a lot. Dwayne McBride, A-, C- for Ovosogunolosimi. I don't get it. He's so underrated. Fehoko, B+, Kobe Turner, A+ at that spot. McClendon Curtis, D-. You're wrong. He's gonna be fun. And Hunter Lepke at C. No, this is good. All right. Let's see. Our main problem was along the defensive line, and we bolstered that with Mozzie Smith, Zach Pickens, and Vlami Fehoko, and Kobe Turner. We've rebuilt our defensive line. I think this is going to be great. Um, I know he's an edge player, but he's a big edge player. He can kick inside on a NASCAR package. Kobe Turner, super versatile, great against the run and the pass. Zach Pickens, a lot of pass rush potential, and his physical ability. Thinks he should be able to anchor much better than he does. Maybe we can learn a few things with some pro style coaching. DJ Turner, a fast corner, can't go wrong. Josh Downs can be our third wideout. Sam Laporta, we traded Noah Fant during the draft, so Sam Laporta gets a much better value than this. I guess they missed that trade or something. I don't know what. And Mozzie Smith is my favorite interior lineman after Jalen Carter. And Will Anderson Jr. is a great 3-4 outside linebacker, perfect for our system. I am happy with this. And I think Dwayne McBride and Hunter Lepke will be a great addition to the running back room as well. And Oluwatimi and McClendon Curtis, great additions to the offensive line. I'm pretty pleased with this, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think, though. That's what's really important, right? Let's engage. Let's talk about this, and hopefully the Seahawks will do even better when draft day comes rolling along. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players. And we need them. We really do. We have very few players. We're going to have to be signing a lot of undrafted free agents to make up for it. And we made some cap space by trading Noah Fant to do so. So, golden. All right. I'm a happy camper. I hope you are too. And we'll see you around draft time. We'll make some videos and we'll talk about how the Seahawks are doing, what they did, and, what they're going to do. All right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye.